the spotlight tonight, Dog the Bounty Hunter. Dwayne Dog Chapman says things got a little rough during his last takedown. He claims he literally dodged a bullet after a 35-year-old renegade shot at him. Dog and his wife Beth talked about it with CNN's Larry King.
When did the police get involved, Dog?
The police got involved after the neighbors who witnessed him fire a shot at us came, and then after we apprehended him, the police, you know, he had to be on the lookout.
The police came right after the first gunshots were fired. Once the first shots were fired, the neighbors ran inside and called the police and said that there was a gunfight going on in front of their apartment building.
Whatever. I can't get past that hair. What is that, an extreme mullet? It just like
look
it
at
scrambles
yours.
my brain when I see that. One problem, TMZ reports cops haven't found any evidence. No evidence that a shooting occurred. Not a bullet hole, not a shell casing at the scene, nada. So could this be Dog wagging a tail, if you know what I mean? Straight to Mike Walters, assignment manager at TMZ. Mike, bring us up to date. What is the very latest?
Well, Jane, you know what? The Dog the Bounty Hunter show is an interesting show. It's really entertaining, but I think what people forget is bounty hunting is dangerous. He's going after hardened criminals. This is a specific guy for attempted murder. But here's what's weird about the story. We heard about it. We came in the newsroom, started making phone calls, and what we were told by the actual police department that showed up on scene was that they haven't found any shell casings, bullet holes, or a gun that would show that somebody shot at the dog. Also, when they did take him into custody, the gentleman, he didn't have a weapon on him, so it's sort of weird and interesting that they didn't find anything like that. But I can also say one more thing. When we asked about video, because this is a TV show, they did have their camera crew there, the Dog show was being taped. For some reason, they didn't get any of it on tape. Now, I can tell you
that of all the things you said, that makes me the most suspicious that they're shooting a TV show and they get shot at, but they don't get it on tape. Now, TMZ reported that they had no evidence, as you just said, that a shooting occurred. Larry King confronted Dog about that.
We should mention this, of course. Investigators in Colorado Springs have found no gun, shell casings, or bullet holes at the scene. How do you explain that, Dog?
Well, one of the boys who saw the pistol said it was a revolver that doesn't kick out a shell casing. And you're right, they couldn't find it. The guy hit it. And the officer explained to me last night, sometimes when they have a body, and of course the body is deceased, if they don't find the gun, they don't charge the guy. So I don't expect, Larry, for them to charge the guy with it because, you know, there's no evidence he got away, hid the gun.
So, Mike, I mean, what are they going to do with this guy that they've arrested now?
Well, remember, you know, he's bounty hunting, so I think he jumps bail for a different case, so he'll probably go back to jail and they'll deal with his prior case. But what's weird here, Jane, and after listening to that, I got to say, one thing they did find is pepper balls that Dog shot out of a paintball gun. So there is evidence that he was shooting back. Now, what's weird is, think about it, you also are not really supposed to use that kind of force when you're shooting at somebody, especially with pepper ball gun bullets, unless they did it to you. So I don't know. We'll see.
Well, you know, it's another dog tale. He could be in the doghouse. We don't know yet. Thank you, Mike. Cindy Anthony on a Media Blitz makes a jaw